Guys, welcome to a new video here on Night Traders. I'm Logical Orange, and today we are going to take a look at the market. Starting with Bitcoin on the daily chart, I just want to refresh your memory about this block right here that happened in December 2020, which has reacted in this formation with this wick almost to perfection. And since then, we have been forming an ascending pattern that we have talked about in a previous video. We have seen that the patterns kind of recur. Now, I just want to draw your attention to the pattern inside the pattern, so the swing lows and swing highs. And in order to do that, I'm going to switch to the 4-hour chart, and I'm going to briefly explain my boxes right here. So basically we had, after the last drop, we had a pause in price movement around this area, then continued back lower to this block right here. We can consider this area like this to be the first swing low of the formation that we are in right now. So we have had a swing low, a swing high, a higher swing low, so higher than the previous one, and then we continued by breaking the previous swing high and formed another one. So this is the new swing high, another swing low higher than the previous one, also break, new swing high, swing low higher than the previous one, break, swing high, swing low, break, swing high, possible swing low. Now what we can see also here is that we have had first reversal in this area with this first swing low and the formation of the new swing high that had a difference of about 17%. The second one was smaller, 13%. The next one was bigger. So we really had a good attempt right here. And this happened 21st of July. Then we formed another swing low, and then followed by the difference. So the difference between the swing low right here and the swing high right here was lower than the previous one. And then it gets smaller and possibly even smaller. Now, why did we have this one bigger than this one when we know that when the price truly wants to revert, it does so with the biggest difference in swing low and swing high just after the initial drop. Now, we didn't have any fundamental news or information that would have helped the price to move further around this area. So in this date, between the 18th and the 26th of June, we didn't have anything positive. And frankly, we still don't have anything positive. We still have negatives. Right here, my opinion is that we were trading in anticipation to good news on the 28th of July, which was the GDP announcement. We all know that the GDP announcement has had some kind of impact on the prices, on the markets. And I think people were trading this swing in anticipation to that event. So that is, in my opinion, I repeat once more, why we have a bigger difference in the swing low, swing high right here than in the initial rejection of this level. Now, we also can note that the last two swings are lower, but way lower than we have been used to. So the channel the price doesn't really go to the extremes of the channel. We get smaller and smaller swing lows and swing highs. So the price difference is getting smaller. We can also see that in the volumes. So we are losing volume right here. The volumes are not really coherent with what happens in the market. And this, I repeat, can be a swing low right now. So we can possibly go higher, but would we break this area right here? If we do, and then we form something like this, then we are still in the pattern. This would mean that we would have a swing high right here and a swing low higher than the previous one. It does happen until now, But what really concerns me right now is that we are losing this difference in percentages between the swing lows and swing highs. So this would be a good result of the continuation of the pattern. But what if it doesn't go this way? And what if it continues to tighten? What if it doesn't break this one right here? Well, if it doesn't break this resistance right here, it means that we are not continuing the pattern. This would mean also that this area right here would be something like a curve, would form something like a curve. Let me try to just draw it for you. Something like a curve where we lose momentum and then we continue to head lower. Now, this would mean that this whole pattern right here would be just the apex of this move, and then we will switch from local bullish to local bearish, because we are locally bullish technically, not fundamentally. Locally bullish technically. Higher lows, higher highs says we are locally bullish. But I repeat, we have been losing momentum, and we are tightening the difference between swing low, swing high, and losing volume. This would mean we would have one last effort from the bulls to break this resistance and to form a new high. And if we don't, we will possibly head lower. Now, let's take this into consideration so we know what can happen. And then I will just draw it like this. So let's say we do reject on this resistance and we head lower. Now we will have an interaction with this part of the channel that is still holding. So we see the price is interacting with it. It's still holding, and right here we need to reevaluate. However, we would also know that we have formed a lower low and a lower high, and this would mean that the pattern would change. So bullish, neutral area right here, the beginning of the bearish area. Beginning of the bearish area that can form higher lows, lower lows, lower highs, and zigzag all the way to this area right here. This area of support, extreme support. Let's take a look at Ethereum real quick. Ethereum on the 4-hour just rejected on this resistance area right here. Of course, swing lows. We have one high, low, high, low, high in this area. Same pattern more or less, but Ethereum is governed by something different. Ethereum has the merge in September, extremely important. We already talked about this in this video. You can check it out. Right now, it seems to want to reject as well. So Ethereum can also go back to these levels right here. Very low levels. Frankly, guys, extremely low levels. Buying Ethereum at this price, in my opinion, knowing that it is such a solid project, so sub 1,000, sub this level right here, sub 1,000, is really a good price. It is really a good price. We know that it will be pushed to perfection eventually, and we also know that we have the possibility to flip Bitcoin with Ethereum in time. It just needs time. So just want to establish the highs and the lows for Ethereum. If we break below this, this is where you should start buying everywhere you can. So every small increment that you add in this area right here is a good buy. For now, we wait because we still have a lot of options that are calls for Ethereum before the merge, and options that expire on the 15th of September, and that projects prices to up to 4K for Ethereum. So I don't know if we will possibly reject from this resistance all the way back to 1K before the merge, because people are still extremely bullish on Ethereum, but cautious. And before ending this video, I wanted to draw your attention to our new scalping indicator, Brutal Scalps, that is now publicly available. And if you want to test it out, you can comment in this video your TradingView ID and you will get 1 week free trial for this scalping indicator that will help you identify entries, take profits and stop losses for your scalping needs. So without further ado, guys, this is all for today, and see you in the next video.